Hello, hello, and happy Tuesday. It is my favorite day of the week because I get to reveal to all of you our newest release from Brutus Monroe. Every single month, we have a new release, a big release at the beginning of the month, and then we trickle to smaller releases over the course of the month, depending on seasonality. So, this month, we have some extra fun little Mother's Day items that we will be talking about, some free gifts, tons and tons of different offers. But this current month, hello, Simon Hurley. Oh, I should say hello to all the folks that are in here. I'm so excited I didn't even say hello. Hello, Karen. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Deb. Hello, Candy. Hello, Anna. Hello, Penny. Hello, everyone, as you're coming in. Delon, I think, I believe is the name. It's tough because it doesn't show me your names a lot anymore. It's like your channel names or whatever that is. So, welcome in, everybody. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. We do have a very large release to go over this evening, and I'm going to be making 2 cards with you. I originally planned on 5, but that's not going to happen. There's no way that I'll be able to make 5 cards because you know me. I like to chitter chatter, and I like to talk too much. So while I'm teaching, I want to make sure that we are able to get through all of the different items, talk about the freebie, talk about the new freebie with purchase at $60. We're 5 days into the month, and of course, we're already really rocking and rolling. So this is a really fun release. And next month is really fun as well. But next month, we're going back to basics. So we're doing a lot of basics that I think that y'all are going to love. So let's go ahead and head down to the table and let's talk about everything in this release. So, my camera got, this seems to happen at least once a month or once alive. There we go. So let me move a couple things out of the way and let's talk about, let me grab my cheat sheets here. I have all sorts of different cheat sheets so I don't forget anything for this month. So let's start with the freebie of the week. As most of you know, we do a freebie. Whoopsies. We do a freebie every single week. A lot of them will have promo listed up here at the top, and that is so that you know that it is in fact, or is a promo item that we have for you. This week it is the Amy Tangerine embossing folder. In this embossing folder, I can't remember what it's called. It's probably under the promo part here that we could probably actually pull out of this to see what it's called. It was called Ava, AVA, whatever the heck that means. But it is a really cool embossing folder, and I really do love it for the freebie for this week. If you spend $50 or more on anything on the website, you will receive this Amy Tangerine embossing folder, and we are going to use this embossing folder tonight, so you will get to see this in action. Let me place it up here so that I don't lose it before that happens. Also, every single month, if you have been a part of the Brutus Monroe family for any amount of time, you know that we have a little freebie. Hold on. I've got my basket here, and I'm hoping that Heather gave me the freebie. Unfortunately, I think I'm seeing everything but the freebie, and that's probably because it would not have been, wait, maybe she gave it to me. Hold on. Oh, nope, she did give it to me. Oh, my goodness. I take it all back. I take everything bad that I was saying in my head back. So this month, if you spend $60 or more, which every single month there is a $60 or more incentive stamp, you will get the Level Up stamp set, which I think is the coolest thing. This cannot be purchased separately. We do put them on sale the following month if we have any left over, but it is very rare that we have any left over. But we have so obviously these are little space 8-bit space characters, and it says, "You unlocked a new level of awesome, sending you an extra life when you need it most, and even on the hardest levels, you never give up." I just think that's super cool, and you get this completely free if you spend $60 or more. Okay, you cannot purchase this stamp set. You would have to get it with that. I'm trying to think of the word, with the $60 or more purchase. Okay, moving right along to new release. So let's do subscriptions first. There's so much to show you, and I'm so darn excited that I very well could forget something. So let's do subscriptions first. Okay, so there's my subscription cheat sheet. Let's go through your inspiration box / inspiration kit first. So, whoopsies, don't lose the die. All right, so this month you're receiving a whole bunch of specialty stuff. Woo! Well, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. All right, so you, as always, are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 card bases that are pre-cut and pre-scored. You also are receiving this giant stamp set that is what we're going to be using this evening. It's called Over the Moon, and we have this little astronaut that's peeking out, the rocket, the little astronaut that's floating, this astronaut that's painting. We have some constellations. We have I'm Over the Moon for You, Love You More Than All the Stars in the Sky, and we go together like stars in the night sky. Then we have some of our swatch dots. As you can imagine, we are going to be using these to create some planets this month. Then we have, let me move all this specialty stuff out of the way. We have Watercolor Night. So Watercolor Night, oh, this is beautiful. And you can purchase this separately as well. So we see we have our cover here. It says, let's zoom out a little bit more. Watercolor Night. It goes with Cobalt, Carrot Cake, Cream Corn, Honeycrisp, and Bahama. And as always, there are 12 designs. Look at this. Oh, I love the way that this looks. Similar, but all very unique. So this is very much like a watercolored starry night. And I can imagine that most of you, if not all of you, are going to have a very good time with this and are going to create some really, really cool projects. Okay, and then also you are receiving a die set. I don't know where that die set went. It flew away somewhere. Let me put this away before I forget. And the die set is also something that will be able to be purchased separately next week. It is not available yet for separate purchase. Well, and also I think it's because we have to double check to see if we have any left from the kits. Where did I put that? There it is. You're also receiving some of our gilded glass. This is our beautiful glass. Oh, Rise and Shine. Okay, maybe that is what it's called. Does it look like that, Penny? Does it look like Penny just the producer just sent me a text? Does it look like that, a Bossy folder? So we have the gilded glass. This is a beautiful, beautiful glass glitter. And it is just, it's so fine. And we're, of course, going to use that with some shaker. But this is actual Austrian glass glitter. It comes in this beautiful glass vial. And this is something that we will be offering separately. But this, since it is glass glitter, it's for this amount here, I believe it retails for $8.99 because it's that real good glass glitter. So that's a special little extra bonus in your kit this month. Then you're receiving this die set that is all stars. Now, I want you to notice the way that this was designed. I'm going to zoom in so that you know. Hello, Luann. You are not, this is not intended to be cut apart. Now, if you want to, you can cut it apart. But I designed this in a way that you are going to keep it together and you can make a whole bunch of stars at one time. But you can cut it apart or not. I would suggest not cutting it apart. There are some extra little reinforced pieces here to not cut that apart. Okay. Then you are receiving 3 specialty papers this month. So you are going to get some of our sequin sheet. So this is about the same size as your new, I think this is called, I can't remember the name of this. I haven't, I think, on my release sheet. I have to look at the other release sheet. But this is the sequin sheet. The camera's going to go nuts, but this, again, is how our sequins are made. But this is the sheet before it gets turned into a sequin. I asked our manufacturer if I could buy it by the roll. They said yes. I said, woo, and now we have it as a product. So this is our, I think it's called Interstellar. I may be lying, but this is one of our new hollow stocks. I can tell you that this is an extremely limited supply. So this will most likely sell out before we can get any more in. Let me take a look at our catalog here. Let's see, what's it called? What is it called? I have lots to review with you tonight before we make our card. It might not even be on here. It's got to be. There it is. It is called Galactic. So it is the Galactic Hollow Stock BRU2052. If that is something that you would like, it is, again, in very limited supply already. And then we have our new chunky, this is a new chunky glitter stock. This glitter stock may not make it to the website because we used it for the Spaced Out and we had a limited amount of it. But on the back here, you will find a little QR code. You can even, I mean, you can scan this right now if you wanted to, but this QR code will take you to all of our glitter stock on the website. So lots of specialty paper this month in the kit. Lots of specialty paper across really all of the little subscription products. So that is very exciting. So let me put this into the bin so I can go on to the next items. So let me grab all the other things. Okay, there we go. So let's go to Celestial Moons now. So Celestial Moons is the paper pad of the month. We do a paper pad of the month every month. The paper pad of the month is, Galaxy Chunker Glitter Stock. Okay, so is that something, is it, maybe it is on the release sheet, I don't know. So we have Blue Jean, Mortar, Waffle Cone, Butter, and Heirloom Tomato, and look at this. I mean, it is probably one of my favorite paper pads that we have launched. When we license this artwork, I just get so excited seeing the different options. It's just very, it's very graphic. It's very space-like, and you know, side A are your deep blues. Side B are your beautiful creams and oranges, and there's a touch of that beautiful green in there. I would say that's very close to the one of our green shades in the line. Okay, so that is just beautiful. I'll give you a list. Okay, perfect. Yay! Simple Pleasures, rubber stamps, and scrapbooking. We are excited for it that it's all shipping out this week. They are here. We have stacks and stacks and stacks of them, so they are shipping out this week. Yes, please, if you can, visit your local stores that carry Brutus Monroe. Simple Pleasures, rubber stamps, and scrapbooking. Where are you located? I'm sorry that hello, Isis. I'm sorry that is that Isis? Yeah. I'm sorry that I don't have my sheet here with me, Simple Pleasures, but if you could let me know what state you're in. All right, next up, let's talk about the embossing powder. So the embossing powder for this month is called Constellation. Ooh, is that beautiful. So it's a deep, dark black with this beautiful silver. It's not a holographic silver. It is just a silver glitter. It's like a clear silver. That's beautiful. And as always, Candy will go ahead and swatch that out for you this month. Next up, we have our beautiful stencil of the month. This stencil of the month is called Moonrise. And boy, is this cool. So Moonrise is coming to you if you get the stencil of the month. What is sold out already, my friend? Oh no, something's already sold out. Then we have, oh my goodness, I love this stamp set. So this is the stamp set if you get Stamp Club Premium. So Stamp Club Premium is, beam me up and look at all of these little characters. We have a little panda, we have a bunny, we have a dog, we have a fox, and it says, "You are out of this world. Hope your day is stellar. Love you beyond the stars. Beam me up, bestie. Thinking of you across the universe." I don't know if Simon's still here, but Simon, I'm going to make you a card that says, "Beam me up, bestie." All right, next up we have Stamp Club. So Stamp Club is something we've had every single, since I've started the company. It is, as I always say, this is our Costco hot dog. It is $5. It will always be $5, regardless of the price of how much things are going up in our world with stamping and so on and so forth. It will always be $5 no matter what, even when we lose money on it, which we are now losing money on it. So, but we'll always have it. So this is the Keep On Reaching for the Stars. And of course you can see our little astronaut that's peeking over, and it says Keep On Reaching for the Stars. It's called Reach for the Stars. Oh, in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Oh, I want to come and visit. The embossing powder is sold out. Uh-oh. The monthly one is already sold out. We'll have to check on that tomorrow. We'll have to shoot a message to Jess on I don't know what the word I'm trying to say is on Basecamp. Okay, so if you're on Stamp Club Plus, we do a little something different every single month with Stamp Club Plus. I could tell you that in the third quarter of this year, dies are coming back, so you'll see those again. But we have 1, 2, 3 sheets of that galactic cardstock. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And 3 sheets of that glitter stock. So you are going to be able to try this out before, and see if you want to get any additional. So we do have a galaxy. So yeah. So I don't believe that this glitter stock was listed on the release. So I'll have to double check and see where we're at with this glitter stock. I know it was something that we ordered special for this month. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this is something that you will be able to get, but I'm not 100% certain. I have to double check. So again, this is the spaced out. It'll come to you like this with your stamp, and it's called the Stamp Club Plus exclusive spaced out glitter stock pack, 6 sheets. So it's glitter stock and hollow stock. Okay, so you will get. I show there are some in stock. Okay, I'll have to double check. I will double check. I mean, who knows? Jess could be watching this, and she could have just updated it for all I know. For all I know. Okay. Hello, Joshua. Hello, Brandon. I don't think I said hello to you yet. All right. So let me go through my cheat sheet, and let's get started with this release. I'm so excited. The release. There's a lot. There's a lot for us to cover, and I'm really excited. So let's put away the Over the Moon and the Watercolor Night, because we've already talked about that. Let's get into the stamp sets. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning of the products. So first and foremost, we have our little Theodore. Our Theodore's back again. He'll be here every single month now. If you are a collector, though, we are only bringing in a limited amount of these to launch, just because we don't have, the space like we used to. Who knows? Someday we might have a bigger space again. But as it stands right now, if you're a collector, I always implore you to grab Theodore quickly, because Theodore sells out fast. So this is Theodore in space this month. Let me zoom in a little further. So we have one sentiment: you are out of this world. And Isis has already used this, right? She has already used this, and I believe the project is already posted, and it looks so good. So we have Theodore in his space suit. We also have Theodore in the little space shuttle. We have planets, we have stars, and then it says, "You are out of this world." Okay, so that is our little Theodore for this month. Then we have Out of This World, and I'm so excited about this one. I think it's so cool. This one, let me grab my basket. Let me put my basket over here so I can toss toss my release into there. Okay, so this is called Out of This World, and this was a last-minute edition that I created because Heather Collins said, we're missing aliens. We don't have aliens in the release. Where the heck are the aliens? So the aliens are here. So we have two little aliens holding a sign, and it says, happy birthday, you abducted my heart, and it goes right into that little banner there. And then You Are Out of This World also fits. And then we have a couple little like extras on the stamp set. We have this really cool rocket ship. We have a solar system, some stars, a moon, and then of course a shooting star. Lots of things you can use. We're trying, or at least I'm trying, with these 4x4 stamp sets, I'm trying to pack a lot onto them because these are a lower price point, and if you just want to get into a couple of things with stamping, you can do so with that. All right, next up, we have our sentimental stamps. These seem to be very, very popular, and you all seem to really be loving them. I'm going to show you how to do some tags with these this month. But we have You Are Loved. And this is, oh, perfect. Thank you, Candy. This is, again, a 4x4 stamp. It's going to take a good chunk of the front of your card. But we do have some coordinating products coming for these very soon. And I'm really excited about that. So this, again, is You Are Loved. It has all this beautiful foliage. It has this hand lettering. And that is, I think, really great. And that's a 4x4. And we're continuing this tradition every single month. And I'm excited because in July we have some Christmas ones coming. I showed it. Oh, I love that. I love that. And then we have Even the Darkest Night Will End and the Sun Will Rise. I know there's a lot of folks that could use this card, and I just think it's absolutely sensational. I love the little bats that were snuck in, and then of course the stars. But this again is another one that you could utilize to just stamp and create something really, really special for someone in your life. All right, so that is page 1 of stamps. Let's grab, here we go. Okay, so I already showed you Stamp Club and Stamp Club Plus. So now let's go to Stars in the Sky. This is another product or another, I guess, product division, you would say, of stamps that we have been doing this year, and y'all seem to be liking it, so I'm going to keep going. So what this includes is it always includes a little pattern here, and this is 3 3/4 by about 4.5. So 3 3/4 by 4.5. This is my card maker's ruler. I think we just got those back in stock not that long ago. It's really, really handy. But as you can see here, we have wherever life takes you, may the stars guide your way. Always reach for the stars, and no matter how far apart we are, we're always under the same sky. Now, the idea of this, at least in my mind for most of these, would be to take this upper portion here, do some embossing, and then do a little bit of watercoloring. Yes, Jamie. Spritz this with some of the Chroma Mist. Spritz this, let it pull into those areas, and then pull some. We're going to definitely make a card with this this month. I think this background is just so spectacular and really easy to use. Then we have our 6x6 stamps. Again, another trend that we have been seeing this year that we are continuing to bring back. This is called Solar System. This again has that really whimsical, really doodly type of a feel to it. And I think it's really, 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 I love that, Ellen. That's fantastic. Ellen says, I need to make myself a sentiment that says, currently out of this world. Be back Tuesday. That's fantastic. Again, another one that we can watercolor. This is going to look so cool on our new Chromolux Vellum. That's coming up soon, but I can't wait for you to see what we can do with this. Then it's called Solar System, and then we have Night Skies. So again, Night Skies are just all of these. Sometimes you just need a really cool background stamp, and I did these out of order, but sometimes you just need a really cool background stamp that is just a bunch of stars. Sometimes that's what you need. You just need a whole bunch of stars. So these two 6x6 stamps are going to be things that I think you will keep in your stash for a long time to come, because that is something that I think you're going to want to use a lot for space. All right, next up, let's talk about probably one of my favorite paper pads that we've ever launched in the history of Brutus Monroe. Right next to the what was our previous one called? Watercolor Galaxy. So Watercolor Galaxy was fun, but Milky Way is just, it's a good one. We're going to be using it tonight. So Milky Way, it's a 6x6, 6x6 inch paper pad made in the USA, literally right down the street from Brutus Monroe. And in this, it coordinates with licorice, pumpkin, Bahama, blue jean, grape jam, and cobalt. Thank you so much, Nick, for always figuring out the colors for us. So I just want you to look at this. Oh my goodness. Is it beautiful? Designing paper is probably one of my favorite things to do. And boy, is this a pretty cardstock. This is going to be an evergreen, which means that it will be good until, or good through 2026. Evergreen simply means that it is something that we will continue to have through 2026 and will be some, and will be available all the way through 2026. So we will guarantee stock of it through the end of the year, and then when January comes around, or possibly November, and that November would be Black Friday, we might retire it. But it just depends on how it does throughout the year. All right, our last paper product is Celestial Skies. On our new creative cards, the name is right here. Okay, so Celestial Skies is the newest one. As always, hold on, let me open this up. As always, you will receive an insert that can be used. Let me zoom in a little bit here. That can be used for your project as well. This time, it is actually the first card in the pack. But you receive, it's 36 creative cards, okay? So I'm going to kind of flip through them so you can see them. And these are all licensed through an illustrator that does these for us. And they are just all these beautiful abstract pieces that you can use however you would like on your projects. Again, they do measure 3 by 4. And you get 36 of them for $9.99, which I think is just great. And remember, you can use whatever sentiments you would like on it. You can use these with the with your, what's the word I'm looking for? With your hollow stock, or your sparkle overlays. You can certainly do that. I know of some folks that collect these. I think there's actually quite a few of you out there. Oh, and there's also a QR code in here that you can scan that will take you to all the other ones. Because we did just do a restock of quite a few of them. But they're really fun to use on cards if you are taking my air class, which I have a video I think being posted tomorrow or Thursday talking all about the air class. You're getting a pack of these, and they're brand new. They're called Watercolor Wonder. So I think that's a lot of fun. All right, let's go to stencils. We have lots of stencils this month. We rarely have a shortage of stencils, that is for sure. So the very first one is a slimline called Up and Away. We're going to have to zoom out for this one. So Up and Away is a double layer, I believe. I think it's 2 layers. It is. So we have first the shuttle launching off, okay? And then we have the detail of the shuttle here, and then we have the clouds down below, okay? So that is called Up and Away, and that is a slimline stencil, but you could use this for, you could use this also for just a basic card. So you can shorten the length of the blast off, so to speak, and create a really cool card with that. So that is, excuse me, Up and Away. And this is what it looks like when it is stenciled out, okay? Then we have Celestial Circle. I believe this is 2 layers. Again, I think I'm gonna have to start putting that on the info for me. Yes, it is 2 layers. So you could do your moon and star, and then you have your pieces around the outside. So again, that is, and all of these are made right in-house, right here at Bruno, literally about 20 feet from me. So that is Celestial Circle. You all will have to tell me what your favorites are when I'm all done. Okay, next up we have, and this is probably one of my absolute favorites, this is called Wormhole. So now Wormhole, I'm almost 100% certain is a 4-layer stencil, and it is. And you can see how it builds on itself. So you start with this smaller layer. Actually, you know what? Let's demo this one. Do you want to demo this one? Let's do that. Let's demo this one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab... Whoopsies. Ooh, my goodness. I'm going to grab my Stick and Stay mat, which also just launched. Hope you all saw the video for this. Okay, so let's pop that in the middle here. Okay, and let's just grab a piece of scrap paper. And I'll show you. Now you could do this on, well, no, let's not do a piece of scrap paper. Let's do, I don't know why it's been so hard lately for me to find a card front here. I'm going to have to ask Jess to order me like 1,000 panels. Can I just have, I just want 1,000 panels to myself. Is that greedy? Please, just give me 1,000 panels so that I always have an unlimited supply of Perfect Blend paper. Because this Perfect Blend, I tell you what, when you use it, with blending, it's incredible. All right, let's grab our Simon Hurley ink. So I'm gonna do some galactic colors here. So I think we're gonna do 100% juice. We will do High Tide. Let's see here. I put them all in order yesterday, which was probably a terrible mistake. Because now I won't be able to find anything. So this is the Stick and Stay matte. Let's do these colors. This is the Stick and Stay matte basic. I should probably use the blending matte. You're right. I know. I hear everybody out there saying, use the big matte, use the big matte. Okay. Let's pull the basic matte off here. This is what I use more for stamping. You can use it for blending though, if you would like. So let's go ahead and grab I just cleaned this one. Oh my goodness, it was so, I mean, it's still stained because that's just what happens when you use very dark inks, but I just cleaned it with some of the refill. I put it in the sink and I really scrubbed it, and oh my goodness, is it beautiful and sticky and great again. So I'm just going to go into the lines here. Okay, pop that down, and now we're going to start with our first layer. So we want to go from darkest to lightest here. So I'm just going to place that whoopsies. I'm going to place it like so, okay? And then remember, with your Stick and Stay, you want to push down on your stencil on the sides, and it will hold on to it for you, okay? You just want to make sure that you're not, kind of pushing it out of the way. So let's start with Clear Skies. With your Stick and Stay, you just pop this right like so. It's going to hold on to your ink pad, and let's get to blending. Let me grab Nick was actually blending today because he samples all of these stencils before they go to market. So he was blending away today. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to really do the deep tones. I'm so used to holding on to my paper that I have to get used to not having to do that anymore because it's being held by the Stick and Stay mat, and we'll be using this Stick and Stay quite a bit. All right, so we did our first layer, so that is again with the clear skies. We can peel our stencil up. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so I hope I kept these in order. And I think I did. Yep, I did. Next, we're going to go in with the next. I think it goes this way. I need to start getting some etch marks on the stencils. Okay, and then again, push this down. It's going to hold it in place, okay? So it will not go anywhere. It's not going to shift. It's not going to move. It's sticky again. Now we're going to go in with High Tide. This is one I have not used a lot, so I'm excited to do so today. Let me get some of this ink off of the brush so we get the true High Tide. I need to get more brushes. My goal is to have a brush for every single color of my Simon Hurley inks. I'm really excited. He's been teasing about some new inks coming, and I'm really excited because they're on the way to me. So I'll be able to start using them and talk about them. All right, so that again was High Tide. I know, I love them too. Oh, Penny said that. Yeah, perfect. There are new ones. Okay, so look at that. All right, so that is layer number 2. Now we're going to go in with layer number 3. And as you build up your layers, you're going to notice that they do go off of our surface, which is okay. That's not a big deal. You can use, we try to make our stencils so that they will work with scrapbooking as well. Okay. This is like a really cool retro look to it. We used to have a stencil, and I can't remember what it's called, but we used to have a stencil that, and again, I'm just going in and I'm just hitting the edges here. It was like a really cool, like it looked like retro wallpaper, and I can't remember what it was called now. All right, so again, we're just gently adding in our color here. All right, peel and go. So that's, I mean, look at how fun this is. And this is so simple. So simple. All right, and then for our very last one, our very last piece, you're just gonna kind of center it the best you can. Press down on your Stick and Stay mat so we don't have any movement. Crown Me, and then we have 100% juice as we're going to use for our last color. Now you could go in and you could literally go in with glitter glaze here, which would be a great addition. You could do glitter glaze kind of on top of everything. It's completely up to you. You don't have, you don't have to. You can do whatever you would like, but I think that would be cool. So and then we're going in with 100% juice, which is just another galactic galaxy color. I didn't push that down all the way. Whoopsies. Okay. And then we're going to go in, and you just want to kind of kiss the edges here, is what I kind of call it. Now, if you're doing like all blues, you could get away with doing a little bit more, but I think we're just going to do just that little bit there. I had to demo this one because I just think it's so cool. I wasn't set to demo it, but I had to. Oh, yes. And that is what that wormhole looks like. So again, this could be your background. And you just put all your galactic things on top. Whatever way you would like, okay? So that is our really cool background. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to clean off my mat with the Stick and Stay spray. you'll know it's saturated because you will no longer be able to see the pattern super well. We do have a pattern specifically that's on here for so that you have an easy release. Okay, and whenever you go ahead and dry it, you do want to give it a little bit of time because for it to become super sticky again. Thank you, Cindy. All right, so next up we have, let me toss that over there. Let's go into the Star is Born stencil. It is a beautiful stencil that you can use in a multitude of different ways. You can use it as a half on your card, a quarter on your card, the whole piece on your card, whatever you would like. Then we have the Moon Phase stencil. Again, half on the card, fully on a background. If you do a 6x6 card, which used to be my favorite size card, you can do it on the whole entire card. Again, completely up to you. Then we have the Starry Night. Oh my goodness. So I used this one to prep for our card tonight, and look, I'm going to show you this soon, but look at what I did with the glitter that we launched this month. So I used the glitter and some of our finishing glaze. This is the matte finishing glaze. I use the matte because it doesn't matter what's underneath. And plus with the matte, you don't see any of the glue or the matte medium. I mean, it is a form of glue peeking out, but I mean, how fun is that? So we might use this on our card tonight, but might not because I'm thinking I really want to get into some embossing powder. But again, this is the Starry Night. Then last but certainly not least, I think this is another one of Candy's favorites because she kind of oohed and awed when she saw it at first. And this is the excuse me. I'm looking at the next page. Full Moon. So this one, I'll show you here on the release sheet. This one will create a moon, a beautiful moon background. Oh yeah, it is a cool stencil. It is a lot of fun. All right, let's go on to chipboard. Chipboard is also something that's made right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. First, we have One Small Step. And the One Small Step are all of these astronauts. You can't really see through it. It's all these astronauts and plus all of these stars. And you can see their helmets. And I mean, there's so much fun stuff you can do. And then secondly, we have Liftoff. And Liftoff are all of these really cool rockets that you can paint, you can stain, you can do all sorts of different stuff with them. But the chipboard, of course, is something that we see used quite a lot. All right, let's go into cardstocks now. Cardstocks and doodles. So first, let's talk about duofoil washi sheets. So this is a duofoil washi sheet. If you've never seen a duofoil washi sheet in action, we'll probably have to go over that sometime so you can see how that works. But the duofoil washi, you can see anywhere that there's black on here, that is going to be foilable. Now, you do not have to foil it. It is BRU 2387. You don't have to foil it. You can just let this be the way that it is, and you'll be fine. It has this beautiful watercolor background to it, Rainbow Galaxy, but you can go ahead and foil this. I'm not going to foil it today just for the sake of time, but you can foil it, and it looks really cool. I've foiled them quite a few times, but I do want to make cards tonight, and I won't be able to demo everything if I won't be able to demo everything and make cards, is what I'm trying to say. We'll be on here till midnight. We could be on here till midnight, but you know, that's what I used to do, but I have to get home at some point. So we have Space Doodles, which is, again, one of our doodles. So you all asked for the doodles, especially our dear sweet Deb loves these. So we did do a space doodle. This time you can go ahead and you can stencil over top of this. You can add really anything you would like to the top of this in the lieu of inks and watercolors and things like that. This one is not foilable. We do not do them in a foilable because of the toner that it's printed on does not color over top of very well. So this is just a plain printed piece. Then we have Pastel Galaxy. This also is one that is printed in our tri-printing way, and this will allow you to create beautiful backgrounds. I mean, really stunning and beautiful backgrounds, very simply with your washi maps. Okay. All right, now let's go to acetate. So we don't release an acetate every single month. We generally will release an acetate when it calls to us for the release. This month definitely called for this release. So as you can see here, you get 2 sheets, and then the bonus is your inner sheet, and that inner sheet is going to be like a pattern. That's like it's a pattern you can use. Well, let me show you here on a piece of white paper, or that white background, I guess you could say. This is printed, and it's printed with a toner. So what that means is you can go in and you can foil this. If you don't want to foil it and you just want to use it for a shaker card, more power to you. But you can go in and you can foil this. And even these very intricate and delicate pieces you can foil, and it looks incredible. So that is the acetate, and I've seen some of you do some really, really incredible things with this acetate. So I encourage you to go into the Brutus Monroe fan club, and that's good to know acetate calls to you, and then you hear it go. Correct. So it has to be a release that makes sense for acetate. It's not every single month that we do, again, like I said, an acetate. This month, I wanted to do an acetate because it made sense. But I don't know if there's one next month or not. I know there's a couple in July. But yeah, that is your acetate. That's what it looks like on the front. And then the back, it gives you all of your instructions. All right, next up, we have a duo foil this month. So Foreign Galaxy is the duo foil this month. Boy, is this a cool one this month. So one side, of course, is just a print, a borderless print. Then we have these really cool, look at these old articles. I had so much fun designing this. These are old like UFO articles. And then we have, let me pull this. Let me pull the skew sheet out, which is what we call, my goodness, these new bags are serious. The skew sheet is just this little piece here. But when I pull that out, you can see here, we have this really cool astronaut. We have like these really cool foreign like signs. We have the space shuttle, and then all of those little news articles, which I think is, really, really cool. All right, moving right along. Okay, we have 3 new aqua pigment colors. And I don't believe I have any swatches in here. Let me look. Do I? I don't believe. But I can use this piece of paper to swatch them for you. All right, so let's grab our Aqua Matte. This mat is only available through Air stores, but I can still show it to you. So first we have, these are pretty. Let's start with Uranus. That is the first color. And you want to mix it up because these do, mine still have the protective film on them. Hold on. Mine still have, there we go, the protective film. So let's go ahead and pour a little bit of that out. And these are metallic. So let me grab, where's my, I had a sample brush. Oh, wait, they're over there. Because I don't want to use a water brush because it will it will dilute it a little too much. And we're going to talk about that in my air class. We're going to talk about diluting your colors. So let's go ahead and just apply some of this color across. We're going to create kind of like a galaxy here. Okay, there's our first color. Now let's go in with our blue, and then we'll go in with the red. So next is Neptune. Again, this is how you want to mix them if you are using any of the metallic. So this is a metallic shade. Okay. Make sure you take your little safety paper off of it. Okay. All right. Has a little palette, but this little palette is also available, just so you know, on the whoopsies. We're just gonna kind of paint and create a galaxy looking situation here. All right, there's Neptune. Now let's grab Mars. Now I'm doing them in this order because if we put Uranus and Mars next to each other, we would get kind of like a brownish color, and we don't want that. I mean, there is a time for that, but not on this card. And when I peel this up, I can't wait to show you how it's... Oops. How it's going to shine. And again, we can kind of blend. Whoops, I'm spraying color all over myself. But let's peel this up and show you. Can you see the shine? These are metallic. So use that for a background. That would be really cool. So those are the three colors. I'm going to hang on to that because I do want to use that for another project. All right, and of course the mat is going to get stained. It's just a part of it, which is okay. All right, we're done with that for now. Oh, well then I will swatch away in the future, and it's going to. So I'm going to take my. Well, actually, let me grab my heating mat here, because then the air will circulate underneath. It's very important. So let's go ahead and dry this so you can see how it's really going to look. Because right now it is very, very saturated, which makes it hard to see. And do you see how my paper doesn't really curl? Because the air is able to circulate underneath. And I don't know, I should have looked to see if we even have any more. If we have any more, see how it will curl, but it lays right back down because the air is able to flow underneath of it. See if I just hit it from here. The air is flowing straight down through because of these grooves. See those grooves? It's wonderful. I don't know if we have any more of these in stock. We're heating underneath so it goes straight through. This should be pretty good now. Oh, it's one of my favorite things because you can flip it over and you can do mixed media on this side, and these hold it pretty well. It's great. I love it. All right, so now let me show you. Can you see the shine now? You certainly can. You really can. Got to try to get it from all angles, I guess. See that? That's great. So that is that. Now, let's talk about the glitter. Let's talk about the glitter, shall we? So this is the glitter, and it's going to make the camera go absolutely batty, but that's okay. Oh my goodness, this isn't even completely closed. Oh, we're going to have to check these. We are going to have to check these tomorrow because we do not want them to explode in shipment. So here we go. Look at that. It just has this beautiful galaxy hue to it, and it has all sorts of different sizes. Can you see all the different sizes of glitters? I love that. Love that, love that, love that. I think that's so cool. So that is the glitter. Okay, the glitter. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, let's talk about surfaces. One of my favorites. So we're going to start with the Galaxy Glitter Stock Bundle. So the Galaxy Glitter Stock Bundle is going to come with, and it always shows you right here, grape juice, poison apple, sapphire, berry, chunky sterling, and chunky graphite. So here's the chunky graphite. Again, the camera's going to go nuts. Chunky graphite. This is our chunky sterling, which we're going to use tonight. Then we have berry, sapphire, poison apple, and grape juice. Okay, so these are all phenomenal colors of glitter stock that are available right now. And we are going to use this tonight, so I can toss that under there. There we go. Next up, we have the Galactic Holo Stock. I'm not going to take this out because I have a feeling that this is going to be sold tonight because we only have so much of this, and it sold very quickly to our partners. So, yeah, we don't have a whole lot left. I don't even know if it's in stock right now. One reversible embossing mat left. So if you want it, grab it. I mean, we will restock it, but if you want it, grab it. So that is the Galactic Holo Stock. Then let's talk about the Chroma Luxe. The Chroma Luxe. Well, no, let's start with the cardstock pack. So we are starting. We've had request after request after request after request to do assorted cardstock packs, and we hear you. We hear you, and we're listening, and we've done it. So, of our new cardstock, we have decided to do some packs that coordinate really well with the product line that is launching. So this is the assorted cardstock pack. This is the Galaxy 10 pack. We have lipstick, mason, carrot cake, mint, sky, Bahama, blue jean, lavender, grape jam, and licorice. Those are all inside of this pack. So this is a great opportunity for you to try some of the colors of our cardstock because you are now able to get an assorted pack. It's 10 sheets, and it has 10 different colors that coordinate with the release. And this is something that you've been asking for. So it took a couple of months, but we brought it to fruition. Now, this next thing I am so excited about, and it's something that we have been working on for a couple of months now. And I'm excited that it's finally here. So this is our new Chroma Luxe Vellum. This is the Essentials 9-pack. So it comes with a piece of chipboard in it so that it stays really flat and beautiful for shipping. But this is the beautiful Chroma Luxe paper. So let me show you. So we have In no particular order, this is Rouge. And look, it is just it's so luxurious. Rouge. Then we have Gilded. And Gilded is one of the shiny. These will be available in 5-packs very soon. Then we have Pearl. Okay. And then we have Champagne. Again, very sparkly, very, very important for this month. Then we have Sky. We have Midnight. We have Jack-O-Lantern. We have Meadow. Again, all see-through. Lots of things you can do with this. And then we have Scarlet. Love that. So that is the new Chroma Luxe Vellum. And this is the Essentials 9-pack. This is the first pack that we're launching. If you love vellum, like I love vellum, and you love different colors of vellum, this is going to be the one you're going to want to grab. So they'll be available in 5 packs of each color. So you'll be able to, because we've already had questions since the launch the other day. There was someone, actually 2 people, that reached out that said, I want all Gilded. Okay. And there were some folks that were like, I want all Midnight, or I want all Jack-O-Lantern. So they will be available in individual packs. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Individual packs of 5 of each color. Yay. Okay. What else do we have? What else do we have here? That's it. We did it. We did it. Yay. That is it. How exciting. We got through the whole release. Okay, so now that means we get to make a card or 2. So everybody, go refill your drink. Go double check on the dogs and the cats and make sure they're good so you can have a seat and we can make ourselves a card or 2. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, stock up. Yeah, so if you want a specific color or you fall in love with a specific color, which I know that there's going to be a lot of folks that will, just because that's the same. I mean, I'm the same way. I really love certain colors, and I think that it's going to lend itself to, hold on. I have my Simon Hurley inks that I was swatching out. So that just got mixed in somehow. Oh, maybe we'll do 2 cards. Oh, I don't know. It's so hard to choose. I mean, maybe we'll do 3 cards. I don't know. Let me move these out of the way. I started creating all sorts of demo pieces, and when I start going, it's hard to stop. It's very hard to stop. Okay, so we are going to use some of the card stock from this month. And we are going to be using I already have all of these pre-stamped and die cut. These are the stamp from the inspiration box. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out a piece of Blue Jean. Let's see. Here's Blue Jean. Take out a sheet of Blue Jean. Are y'all still with me? Are you having a good time? I hope so. All right, so we're going to start with Blue Jean, and we are going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and I need to get a new blade. Look at that. Oh, that's a disgrace. That's okay. That's okay. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell me. Don't look. And then we are going to grab our beautiful... Actually, we might be able to make 3 cards because I have pretty much everything already prepped. We're going to grab our beautiful, let's see, let's use this one. Beautiful Milky Way paper pad. And we are going to cut 4 strips at 1 inch. Oh yeah, I really need a new blade. Whew. So 1 inch. Well, actually, let's cut this down first. So we need it to be, so this is 4 by 5 1/4. So we need it to be 5 1/4 first. And save this strip. We'll use that for something. And now 1 inch. And I still cut that incorrectly. Oh, because I flipped the darn thing. It's okay. It needs to be 4 inches. All right, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. There we go. Place this to the side. Although I guess we could make them... Nah. 4 inches is good. I'm going to keep all my pieces, though. So I make sure that it lines up. All right. And 4. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and place these puppies on. So I think what we're going to do, I'm going to use some temporary, don't look, Ethel. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. That is a hoot. All right, so I'm going to use some of the temporary adhesive. We used to carry this. I don't know that we still do. I know that we weren't able to get it from the manufacturer anymore. But it lets you move things around before you have to place it. So we can make sure that it's all in the right spot here. But I love how these colors, so see, now we can shift things down a little bit because of the temporary adhesive. And then what you'll do is once everything has been shifted, we can go ahead and glue them down, and we can still keep that temporary adhesive on the back because it's not going to hurt anything. So that looks, oh my goodness, crooked as you know what. But now we're good. Oh my goodness, we need to zoom in. We were really zoomed out. Okay, so we're just going to start adding our glue. And you don't want to use too much glue because we are going to be embossing this, or not embossing this, excuse me, we're going to be using an embossing folder. And if you use a ton of glue, you'll run into some issues, some squishy issues. All right. And now one more. That looks pretty even to me. Okay, yeah, we're just going to do 2 cards. I forgot tonight is garbage night. I can't be doing 3 cards. All right, so now we're going to take this and we are going to take our embossing folder. This is our promo embossing folder. And we're going to place this inside. Okay, just make sure it's kind of centered there. We're going to grab our machine here. I like to put it like this now so that I can see what I have it on. So we're going to change this to 2D emboss. Put this in right in the 0. Okay. Oh, good. And we're going to send this through. I feel like I need a little bit more pressure, so we're going to tighten this up. Put that to a -3. That should be better. But still, I think it's because I need new pads. I've been really squishing down these pads. There we go. Okay. Now we should be good. We are going to do some die cutting, so I can't put this too far away. All right. And this kind of has like a really cool celestial look to it. Let's see, how did we do? Oh, it's perfect. All right. So can you see there how we've gotten that texture? And the texture goes through and through. And that's really just to add a little bit of oomph to it, right? It's just going to add just a little something to it. All right. So now we are going to take, I think I want to use some purple glitter stock for the background here. I think that'll look really, really special. What do you think? Yeah. So we'll cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which will fit perfectly onto our card base. Okay. You can see here just how great that looks on there. We grab some glue. I am going to use glue for this because we are gluing onto glitter stock. And glitter stock can be a little bit of a problem child for gluing, and that's just simply because of the fact that it has so much texture. All right. Can you hear the pizza shop upstairs? They're busy. I'm just going to take some of my magnets here. Hold down our corners for a second. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Let me grab my Share Handmade Kindness weight. That'll keep everything down for us. All right, so now let's grab our little friend that was floating. We'll grab some pop dots. I also want to use the sentiment, we go together like stars in the night sky. Again has already been cut out, but we're going to trim this down probably like at star, or like where it says like stars. And then I do want to also, from the inspiration box, I want to grab the die set to cut out some stars for us. Whoops, there we go. That's one way to do it. That's one way to grab on. All right, so I'm going to take some of the chunky glitter stock. Let's just see. We don't need a large piece here, so let's just trim that out. Okay. And let's move this. Let's just move this to right here. Grab our die cut machine. I do need to get a smaller die cutting machine for doing my smaller die cutting because I think I'm gonna order the Simon Hurley one because it matches my aesthetic a little bit better than, and I do love this one obviously because I've used it in pretty much every single live that I've done for the past over a year. But I do like the black. Oh, awesome. Awesome. That is good to know, and I'm going to pretend that we did that on purpose. I will pretend that was on purpose. All right, so all of our little stars are cut out, and you'll see here something that's really cool is when these all pop out, you can use this piece for something else. So you can actually go in and create almost like a shaker. So see how that just kind of lends itself to a shaker, but this is, I mean, this glitter stock, if you haven't used it, is spectacular. All right, so let's go ahead, and we're not going to color in anything on our little guy. You certainly could, if you would like to. We're not going to, just because, I mean, it's a white moon and it's a white astronaut suit, but you could grab a glue tape runner here. All right. Let's just place this like so. You may want to reinforce it with a little bit of glue because of it being so heavy, but I think we'll be fine. Okay, and now let's take our little friend here. Actually, should I add just a little bit of color to him? Nah. Well, hold on. I think we can get away with a little bit of gray, shall we? NG0. Yeah, that's good. And then I'll use NG1 to just flick out some color on the moon here. Very simple. Alcohol markers are an incredible way to add definition and dimension very quickly. And then my colorless blender, which is 0, we'll just use just to kind of flick out that color. Okay, and that's going to kind of soak in and create a really cool look. But again, just something very simple to give us just a little bit of definition. Okay, I'm grabbing our, what the heck happened to that? Grabbing our little squares here, and let's go ahead and trim these ones out. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, there we go. There we are. Oh, it's not sticking because of the, okay. Because of how much alcohol ink I pushed through there. I was like, what is going on in all my days of making things? Have I ever seen where it doesn't stick? But I get it now. It makes sense now, my friends. I hope everybody is having a good day. So far. Okay, so our little friend's going to go right here in the center. And then we're going to cut this at like stars. And you could actually cut your stamp apart if you would like. I just stamped these out so that I had them. And I love to place these kind of wonky like. So we're going to start with this one here and kind of do a little wonky. And then do this one also a little bit wonky. Because I think that gives it some definition, right? And now let's add some stars. Because I think it needs some. Because you know what I say. Whoops, what the heck was that? When you think there's too much glitter, add 2 more shakes. Right? I probably should have popped that star up, but that's okay. We've already committed. And just make sure they're kind of going in different directions. And you could go in again with your Starry Night. I think I want to use some gems too. Oh my goodness. You know me. You know me and the gems. We got to bring them back. The crystals. Are they called crystals? What did I call them? Yeah, crystals. What paperweight size does he have? It's the big one. Hold on. Yep, 5x7. I'm using some of the Violet Shift crystals. And crystals will be making a comeback as well this year. Y'all went goo goo and gaga when we first launched them, so gotta bring them back. I mean, there are lots of things that need to come back, but we're slowly bringing back the most popular items and discontinuing those that weren't as popular. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you have to do that too? Does anybody out there have to count their glue drops so that you know you put enough of them on there? All right, so there is card number 1. We go together like stars and the night sky. Boy, do I love that one. All right, everybody, you okay for a second one? You good for a second one? Let me know. Yes or no? Yes or no? Are we good for a second one? Let me know. Let me know. We got to do some die cutting. Let me know. Yes, okay. We have one yes. Perfect. Awesome card. Thank you, Cindy. It was a fun one. It's got lots of sparkle. All right. Let's do our second card. So the second card takes quite a bit of die cutting. So I want you to grab your, I believe this is called Up and Away, I think is the name of this one. This is the, this was released last year. I think this was a free gift last year. Was this a free gift or I can't remember. Your Up and Away die set, and then we're also going to need the spaced cutting die. All right. Well, this one never got, did this get trimmed out? I think it did. All right. So we are going to need to take our, again, our beautiful, 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 beautiful Milky Way. And what I want you to do is I'm going to have you cut out a couple of these clouds, but we want them to be like the different shades. All right. And I'm out of pixie tape. Don't worry, I'll grab some more, but I'm out of pixie tape. So that's the detriment. That's the detriment of this evening. But I need about 4 to 6. And we're gonna hold on to those little, what's the word I'm looking for? We're gonna hold, the spaced die is one of my absolute favorites. We just restocked it not that long ago, so we have plenty of stock. We restocked it because we knew this was coming. So because we knew that this was coming, we restocked it. And hold on, without my pixie tape, I'm like useless. I need my pixie tape back, but we're coming out with something of our own here at Brutus Monroe, so we're not probably going to restock it, but we're working on it. All right. Okay. All right, so here's our first and second one. And again, remember, we really want to make sure that we have different, we're grabbing different colors, okay? So this is a little bit different than that, and this up here, well, down here is a little bit different than that. And you'll see why in a moment. Okay. Then we'll run this through one more time. And we're also, oh my goodness, it shifted. My goodness, it really shifted. Okay, hold on. We might be able to save it. We might still be able to save it. I need my tape. Well, we can probably save this one. All right, so we'll do a big one with this and with this deeper shade down here. Actually, where is my, hold on. Do I have some washi tape? Hold the phone, everybody. I can't live like this any longer. I can't do it. Sorry. You all know I'm goofy. You know what you signed up for, but if I could find some tape. So my entire crafting space, I don't even know if you can still hear me, just got redone. And a huge thank you to our dear sweet Natalia. And she did a tremendous job. But if I were a washi tape, where would I live? I mean, everything is so organized. But if I were tape, yeah, February 2024. Wow, 2 years ago. We're just going to hope for the best here, kids. We are just going to hope for the best. Don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Don't move. It probably moved. It probably moved. Let's see. Did it move? hope not. It moved. Son of a gun. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, for goodness sakes. This is why. I gotta start. I mean, I don't think there's a way to fix that, but it is what it is, my friends. Okay. So, let us... Oh, you will love her. You will love her. She's the best. She really is. All right, so we're going to have to figure out what we can do with these because I had a configuration set up in my mind, but we unfortunately we simply do not have the time to try to redo all that. Okay, so we're going to utilize this piece here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this down to, well, let's, yeah, so we're going to cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 because it'll be the whole background. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Those are the taxpayer dollars at work. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to trim them. I mean, for the finished card that I have here, I think we'll be just fine. I mean, it's just a card sketch at this point, so I haven't actually made the card yet, but I make all the sketches in Illustrator, and then, then they come to life. All right. So I'm going to use the sparkle overlay in static because there's something about static that says to me, kind of like meteor shower or meteor rain or so let's cut this down to 4 1/4. It should already be 5 1/2. Nope, a little over. A little bigger. Okay. And then we're going to place this right on top of here. Oh, hello, Missy. Yes, they had such a good time. Okay, our overlay has been applied. We're just going to make sure that it really is adhered. Just going to kind of burnish over top of it. You can put this through your die cut machine if you would like, but you don't have to. But look at how that changes everything, right? Isn't that cool? I think that's super cool. Okay, so now let's get our die cutting completed. So we're going to use these stars again. We already have them die cut, so that should be good. I do need to cut out, this again is from the Space Die, 2024, because that's the copyright on it, but I want to use this. So this piece here, and let's use this too, why not? So this piece here just is, I mean, it's the coolest, one of the coolest pieces from any die set I think that I've ever designed, and I absolutely adore it. We're going to use a piece of the chunky, again, where's my, hold on, where in tarnation is my piece from before? Because I want to use that. There it is. I don't want to waste, because I love this cardstock, and I like to use every last little smidgen, right? Isn't it cool? I love the overlays, and it gives you the look of foiling without any heat, and that's just one. I'm not 100% certain of how many varieties we have now. That is a question that's asked a lot. I'm not 100% certain, but there are a lot now. There's a lot of varieties. It's probably one of our most popular products of... Okay, you gotta work with me here, kid. I need to order another plate. And I'm pretty sure that not next week, but the week after, I'm doing a video, a live hopefully with Jennifer, Miss McGuire, to talk about them. So we're going to show you all the tips and techniques. All right. So let's go ahead and pop this puppy out. Now, remember, it's very delicate, so you want to be very careful, but our beautiful chunky glitter stock works really well for this because let me move this out of the way. Because of the way that it's screen printed. So if you don't know this, all of our hold on, all of our glitter stocks are screen printed. So that means that the glitter is actually super glued and embedded into the cardstock. So that's why we can peel this off like that. That's your inner piece. Save that because you can use that to make more stars. But all you're going to do is you just want to be gentle, and you can just peel out all of these pieces. Just be mindful that you want to, grab all of those pieces inside. And you can see from the back, you can see how it's all going to peel out. You just want to be careful with it, that's all. So I see lots of folks that use, the glitter stock with some of the finer die sets that I have designed, and this allows for you to really pop that out, okay? And we're going to go ahead and just peel out. Now, I like to peel towards me with the pretty side facing back because that just makes it so that you're not going to rip the glitter forward. And you, again, just have to be patient. Grab yourself a stabby tool and just pop out your pieces. They will pop out. You just got to get them started. There we go. And when you're doing something like this, I encourage you to just be patient with it, because the end result, and you'll see here shortly once we get all of this popped out of here, the end result is so very worth it. Especially with this die set. This die set gives you planets, it gives you overlays. Now again, you could utilize this particular die cut with some mirrored stock, some mirrored cardstock. Really, the sky's the limit. And the card is going to go this way. I should have mentioned that. Where we're just popping out all of the pieces. Again, this is, I see 18 of the 19 sparkle logos. Okay. So that must mean one is sold out. Which is odd because we just super stocked up on them because we were out of quite a few of them, and it's been happening more often than not, just for the simple fact that they have been super popular, and we did use them, or I used them, I guess I should say, at the SCT event, which really made them popular. I can't wait till you see what I have up my sleeves for the fall SCT event. We're talking all about boo-boos. All about boo-boos. Little ghosts with boo-boos. And really cool enamel stickers. All sorts of fun stuff. If you love Halloween as much as I do, and it doesn't have to just be, it doesn't have to be Halloween the holiday. I'm talking Halloween crafting. Then you are in for a real treat, my friends. Because I finally, after many moons, have gotten the green light to do Halloween again. But it's not spooky Halloween. It's cute Halloween. We rarely do spooky Halloween. I mean, we have done a couple of spooky Halloween things in the past, but nothing too spooky. All right. So see how that was worth the wait? Look at that. Do you love it? I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. So let's go ahead and apply some glue to the back of this because we're going to have to use our little weight again. Oops, hold on. There's a couple pieces that still need to be popped out. It's easier to see it from the back here. Is everybody having a good Tuesday so far? I'm excited tomorrow. Tomorrow is our first game of the new month, and it's space themed. So I think that's a lot of fun. Okay. We got it now, kids. What in tarnation? This is by far, in my opinion, the best glue in the industry, but boy, does she like to cause issues for me. It's because of the fine tip on it. Oops, a doozy. Okay. So now we're going to place this right up here. We want to put it like towards the corner here. All right, where's my... Oh my goodness, I just dropped a stick and stay mat on the floor. Okay, so let's set that there for just a moment, okay? Just a moment while we cut out... Let's see, what did I cut this out last time? What is this? Ooh, some of the hollow stock. That's what I should go grab. Should I? Well, no. Let's do it with the... Nah. What is this? I don't know what color this is, but we're going to use it. What shade this is? Is this a champagne, maybe? Is it maybe champagne, my dears? I don't know. It's the color that came in the spring kit. The spring paper. Ooh, I just almost stabbed myself. Where the heck did that? Oh, right here. Okay. Just be careful with your dies when you chop them apart. I think it's called champagne. Looks like champagne cake, thank you. My goodness. There's just so many products. I know that's not an excuse, but over the past 12 years, Brutus Renner will be 12 this year in December. Over the past 12 years, there have been thousands of products. And sometimes at my ripe 41, when I started the company, I was 30. At my ripe age, it's all starting to go together. Oh, I love that. Oh yeah. And the moon. Oh yeah, this die. If you don't already have this die, now's the time, my friends. And it cuts through this chunky glitter stock like it's nothing. All right, are we in place? Yeah, we're in place. Okay, so now we're going to grab, and again, I've already done the busy work, as I call it. I've already done the cutting out of our little rocket here, because the rocket is going to be the star of the show, okay? And what we need to do is we need to color our rocket base the same colors as our paper. So we have some teals. And some yellows. And some purple. And we'll do a little bit of orange. Okay, see how we've just been able to blend those colors to match that? And you'll see why in a second. So we're going to take our little blast off guy here, and we're going to pop it up. Okay. Use some of my little pieces that I separated here. Pop this off. All right. Okay, you little son of a gun. Doesn't want to stay because of the alcohol ink. It's creating a resist, but I tricked it. So this is going to go like so. Okay. And then we're going to use our clouds to create the blast off, the additional blast off. Okay. So we'll start with this piece here. And this has got to be popped up as well. But all we're doing is we're creating like a solar system. Okay. So that piece we're going to trim off at the end. But again, we want to create what's going to look like a blast off here, right? Now you could go in and you could differentiate your blast off a little bit more. You know, you could do a little something if you would like. I think that this is differentiated enough by the different colors that I chose. You could also add in a blast off here that's these, if you would like. Meaning like, you know, smoke that is the, but see how that gives the illusion that it's a major blast off? Yes, a major blast off. That's what we want here. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and just trim this down so it all fits. And then we are going to utilize, now let me color this in. I'm going to color in our stamped image here. A little bit of teal. Then I think we'll do a little purple in the center. Whoopsies, I just lost my marker. Then we'll do some yellow at the top. Okay, and I think that's good. And then we're going to take our sentiment. Got all these trays. We're going to do love you more than all the stars in the sky. And we're going to trim this right here at the all. Because it already has, you can see here, a natural progression. Do you see? Come on. See that natural progression there? Come on, camera. So we're just going to use that to our benefit. Just do a little triminy. Okay, and we're going to pop this up. But first, halt, stop, pause. We need to put it on a card base because we can get real carried away. we can get really carried away really quickly here. So let's get this on a card base. Oh, these are card bases. Have y'all used them before? I get excited every time. Place this right on the front here. Pang, pang, pow. All right, so let's pop this up. Where's my... Oh, for goodness sakes. I don't know. I was going to use my roll of foam tape, but I don't know where it is. It's over here somewhere. The thing is, there's been a lot of experimenting happening in the studio with the new products and the stick and stay mat and all that jazz. Use them all the time. What? Oh, our card bases. Yeah. They're the best. Thank you to everybody that ordered their stick and stay mat. We sure do appreciate it since we just launched it. I mean, it literally just launched last night at midnight. And last but not least, we'll place this right like so. I'm really into it. I'm really into it, my friends. Okay, so let's take some glue. We will put our little moon back here. Oh, for goodness sakes. Come on, get it together, Christopher Allen. All right, and then let's use all of our little pieces here. So we'll add something here, something here, something here. So I think for up here, we need this. Well, no, right here, we need this big guy. Oh, for goodness sakes. Come on. Work with me here, people. It's because of the darn overlay. It wants to stick, but hold the presses. Or stop the presses, whatever the heck I say all the time. All right, we got it. All right, now we'll put this teeny little star down here. Just stick with me. There we go. All right, and then let's put this teeny little star up here. All right. I think that's good. Well, is it? Wait, hold on. Put one more little guy right here. I feel like it's kind of lonely there. There we go. That's what the doctor ordered. All right. So, let's put our little piece to the side. Oh, do we need a couple of gems? We might need a couple of gems. Hold on. Did I put the gems away? I did. Do I want to use those ones? Oh. Yep. The heck are these? Crystals. Okay. We got it. We can do it. Just a couple, Christopher Allen. Don't get crazy. Just a couple. But I kind of want to put them... Sorry if my big head got in the way. I kind of want to put them there. Wow. Sometimes, I mean, what a phenomenal hobby that we have, right? I mean, how exciting to be able to take couple of products. Now, mind you, I know that it's an investment. I mean, it's an investment to get these products, but you have them, I mean, forever. So, you know, when you figure out a card design, i.e. this one that I made tonight, and you really like it, make yourself a whole bunch of them. Like, do a mass production, make 12 of them, you know, and then you'll have 12 cards that you can send out, or 12 cards that you can donate. And I mean, I think it's great. All right. Okay. All right, we did it. So here we go. Love you more than all the stars in the sky. Look at that like intergalactic background. It's going to be hard for it to pick up on it because it is. And what I'm going to do is let me use a little temporary adhesive to hold this puppy together. There we go. Okay, so that's card number 2, but card number 1. What the heck? Oh, it was stuck to the stick and stay mat that flew across the darn floor. Let me do something here too. That's card number 1. And I can tell you right now, we are going to have lots of fun this month. Let me zoom it a little further. So hopefully it'll focus. I mean, it has such a hard time focusing because of all the glitter. It is what it is. But what a fun project, or what fun projects, I guess I should say. If you get your hands on this cutting die, this is the spaced cutting die, I think it's called. Yes, spaced cutting die. It also has a little Saturn. It has kind of a Milky Way. It has quite a few other pieces with it that I really enjoy. But if you like making space cards, or you have space cards that you need to make for somebody, this is it. This is the one you want to. This is the one you want to grab. It's one of my absolute favorite sets, and we just brought it back. Also, I believe we have some of the cloud ones left. What we can do is I could probably put together a bundle. I think that would be helpful. What in the heck? A bundle of these items, and send it out maybe in the email this evening. But yeah, that is our projects for tonight. Let me go back up to the front view. Hopefully the camera is still rolling. It's been a while. How long have we been live? 2 hours. Oh my goodness gracious. Yay! We still have front view. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you all so very much. Remember to create something every single day, whether it is simply a card for someone you love or your own ending. I love you all very much. I appreciate you so very much for hanging out with me today. I can't wait to hang out with you tomorrow for the live packing. We're going to have so much fun. And that's all I have for you tonight. I love you very much. Thank you for allowing me to do what I love every single day and supporting our little company.